my What I Cook in a Week vlog. This week, if you can't already tell by the title or the thumbnail of the video, or the fact that I'm currently wearing an apron with a pot and a spoon, I am going to be bringing you guys along for a little what I make to eat in a week in my kitchen. Here's the kitchen in question, all decorated, all cute above the cabinets with some fun leaf garlands for fall. So, I am a student athlete in high school, and obviously girls gotta eat because not only is food fuel, but food also tastes really good. And I'm not about to be out here surviving on cup of noodles for college, although that does sound kind of delicious. So I, picked up cooking at a pretty young age. I love doing it. I love trying out new recipes. So this week, I'm just going to be bringing you guys along for all the random things that I make, whatever I'm feeling. And I'm super excited, whether that be breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything in between. Obviously, I don't cook every meal, but these are just a handful that I made, and I'm super excited to be sharing them with you. Super easy, super yummy. I can attest to that. I preface this in every food related video on my channel. I love that I'm just holding a spoon right now. Wow, isn't this just dandy? I do not follow any sort of specific diet or restrict any foods. I kind of just eat, or more so try to eat, what makes me feel good, although junk food still kind of goes hard. But this week is all about what I'm cooking, so it'll be a little bit more nutritious, and I like to cover all my food groups in most of the meals. Obviously, some meals are easier than others to get all your food groups in, but I try, I promise. I at least try to get in protein, carbs, and veggies. Anyways, so let's stir the pot and get cooking. To go along with my pasta, I decided to make some sheet pan, asparagus, and chicken baked in the oven. So I started off by mixing up my seasonings in a little bowl. I did salt, pepper, lemon pepper, paprika, brown sugar, garlic powder, and some oregano. Mixed that up mighty fine with my pointer finger. Woo! I promise it was clean. Then I laid out my sheet pan, gave it a healthy coating of some cooking spray, washed my vegetables, because y'all, wash your vegetables. Then I gave my asparagus a generous swirl of olive oil and a little bit of the seasoning, put on my 2 chicken breasts and cut them open down the middle so that they would cook a little bit more evenly in the oven. Added some olive oil and my remaining seasoning, and then I just made sure to coat both the chicken breast and the asparagus very well in my seasoning and olive oil mixture so that it would taste delicious and have amazing flavor. And then I popped that into the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 22 to 25 minutes. This came together really quick. It was super random and super delicious. Sheet pan meals are my favorite, but now moving on to that pasta sauce. Y'all, to nobody's surprise, the onions have me crying yet again. It's not the boy effect, guys. It's the onion effect. Gave that a quick dice, and then also cut up and smashed a lot of garlic. Slightly dangerous, but pretty fun. Then I heated up a pan on about medium heat, added in a little bit of oil so that I could get the pan coated and ready to put in my onions and garlic. While this was occurring, I got a pot of water boiling on the stovetop for my pasta. Put in my onions and garlic into the pan with some salt, pepper, and paprika, and a little bit of agave for a little bit of sweetness because I was kind of going for like a caramelizing effect. Opened up my can of tomato paste, not sauce, paste. Look at how glorious she is. And then I turned the heat down to low so I could caramelize the onions, added in a little bit of butter and, not pictured, a little bit of water to just wilt the onions a little bit. Then I added in 2/3 cup of tomato paste and a lot of water to dilute it down so I could start building a sauce. My water was boiling, so I poured in my pasta, and rigatoni was my choice. Cook to package directions, and then I just continuously kept mixing my sauce, added in more water to dilute, some red pepper flakes and basil for some extra flavor, and of course who could forget salt and pep, because classic seasoning. And just continued to cook that down, added in some more water, and just kept continuously stirring. By this time, my chicken and asparagus was done. It was delicious. Added in a little bit of milk for kind of a pink sauce effect. While the pasta noodles finish simmering, I thought I'd make myself a little dinner drink, if you will, a little treat yourself moment. I love myself a good Shirley Temple. I don't put maraschino cherries in there just because they end up sinking anyway, but what better than to have a little fun with a dollar store martini glass? She's legit. First, we have some Rose's Grenadine, which is just cherry. And then the Motherland ginger ale. Pinkies up. Cheers. So refreshing. Y'all, something about a Shirley Temple in a martini glass goes hard. Once my pasta was cooked, I added it into my sauce and fully mixed that up. Just look at how gorgeous and delectable that looks. It was so good. I plated that up in my cute little plate that I got from the thrift store that's originally from Crate & Barrel and has cute tomatoes on it. Then I got my ricotta cheese out. This is the best part. You take 1 spoonful of it and you put it in the middle of your pasta, and it's kind of like a burrata effect without the burrata. So good. Also looks delicious. I put it in my cute little thrifted tomato plate from Crate & Barrel. Cheers. Incredible, phenomenal, delicious. I'm also gonna try some of this chicken and asparagus I made because I feel like every meal is worthy of a vegetable and a protein. So, chicken. This might be the best chicken I've ever made. BLTA sandwiches, here we come. I started off by heating up some leftover bacon grease in a pan on medium heat with my glorious bacon, and I just took 2 pieces of that and cooked it sizzle with some salt and pepper until it was crispy. And then I decided to toast up some sourdough bread. I feel like bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado sandwiches taste so good with fresh sourdough, so I got some from Whole Foods and it was so good. Toast that up in my little toaster oven. Look at her go! You know it's getting serious because I'm rolling my sleeves up, and then I took out my cutting board and my knife to cut up my veggies, and I washed them. Public service announcement, wash your veggies. Alright, so I cut up my tomato. Actually, is a tomato and an avocado technically fruit because there's like a pit and seeds? I'm not really sure, but I cut all of that up, and then I finished cooking up my bacon, just flipping it and making sure that it's getting evenly cooked on both sides. Took out my bread. This is the part where we try not to get burnt. Whatever, it's fine. Took out my plate and I added some mayonnaise onto my bread, a generous amount, of course, and spread that across with my good old butter knife. And my bacon was finished cooking by now. Look at how beautiful she looks. Delicious. Put my avocado on my bread and I kind of mashed it up a little bit. Look at that little piece of avocado. Anyways, I mashed it up a little bit so it was kind of more of a paste and like evenly coated around the bread. And then I put on my tomatoes, my bacon, a fresh, gorgeous piece of crispy lettuce. Put that together, cut it in half, and voila. She's stunning, beautiful. Could never go wrong. Classic. So good. You've heard of tomato feta pasta, but have you ever tried butternut squash feta pasta? Fall recipe, let's go. Alrighty, it's time for a fall recipe. We're starting off by putting our feta in the middle of a little baking dish with our cut up butternut squash. Now we're going to dress that up with some salt, pepper, olive oil, and a little bit of onion. Want to make sure you get some aromatics in there. Garlic powder, paprika, and some Italian seasoning and red pepper flakes, and a little drizzle of maple syrup. Make sure that gets evenly coated all over all your ingredients, and then bake that at 400 for 45 minutes. Then I'm going to cook my pasta when the butternut squash is almost done cooking. Look at how big my pasta bag was. Hello. Once that's done, you're going to put all the ingredients from your baking dish in a blender. Make sure she's heavy duty, gotta love my Vitamix. And then you're gonna blend that up with a little bit of milk and just make sure it's nice and smooth. Look at that color, it looks AI generated. And then plate it up with your pasta. This was so creamy and beautiful and yummy. Yay! Divert your attention to a semi-Asian lunch recipe featuring soba noodles. We're making these tofu peanut sauce veggie soba noodles. First, start off by patting dry your tofu and then cutting that into little rectangles so that you can easily cook it up in a pan. And I also started off by getting my water boiling for my soba noodles so that could start heating up while I cooked my tofu, both on high heat. And then I made my quick little peanut butter sauce. Here are all the ingredients needed. And you're just going to start off by getting a little mason jar and you're going to put in a couple scoops of peanut butter. I wanted this to be single serve so I didn't overdo it with the sauce. I diluted it with a little bit of water so the consistency was a little less thick. Added a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of rice vinegar, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of Japanese barbecue sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of sesame seeds. Cooked up my tofu on some oil, just flipping it ever so often. Cooked up my soba noodles to package directions, shaked up my sauce, and then prepared some little veggies to put on the side. Cut up some cucumber, washed my veggies, because wash your veggies, and cut up these bell peppers. And then I proceeded to just blanch that in my leftover soba noodle water, which might seem a little bit weird, but gets the job done. And then I decided to put my soba noodles in some ice cold water just to stop the cooking process and so that I could pour in some edamame and my veggies in to blanch. And then I just plated that up with a little bit of peanut sauce, made sure to kind of coat that evenly on the noodles, added in the cucumbers, the tofu, the veggies, a little bit of extra soy sauce and sesame seeds on top, and voila! Super, super easy, super quick, super good. What can I say? Yum! Let's make one of the most easy meals of all time. We're making some loaded chicken nachos. Started off by preheating my oven to 400 degrees. Got my baking sheet out and put some cooking spray on it because I don't want this to stick to my pan. Struggled for like 20 minutes to open these unsalted chips out of the bag. I'm just using tortilla chips. Who knew I was actually capable of opening one of these? What can I say? I'm just that strong. Gave that a nice spray of cooking spray and grated some cheddar cheese to go on top because you want your nachos to be cheesy. It has to be. And then diced up some Roma tomatoes because I really like these on my nachos. What can I say? This is kind of just like customize your own nacho o'clock. Like make it into whatever you want. I like tomatoes on mine, so I put tomatoes on mine. Then I cut up some pineapple to give it a sweet component. This might seem weird, and it's definitely not authentic, but it tasted really yummy, so I will keep putting pineapples on my nachos. And then gave it a little bit of red onion on top and some shredded rotisserie chicken. Didn't want too much onion, don't want it to be too intense of a flavor. But then I added on some olives. Not a big olive person, but they taste good on nachos, so there you go. And then I found this really random can of refried black beans and almost threw that on the floor trying to get it on the sheet pan, but nonetheless, that's on there. Baked it for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Took that off, plated it up with some sour cream, guac, and salsa. Phenomenal. Delicious. So chill. So easy. So yummy. You should make it at home. Great. Tell me why my hair air dries better out of the pool, out of chlorine water, than after I shower. What? Huh? Let's make dinner. Fish sandwiches. Not as only having 2 pieces of cheese left. What? Not it being a bag inside a bag. Hi. Bro, I love this toaster. I think it's been alive as long as I've been alive, quite frankly. A force to be reckoned with. Healthy! Prepare for the tears.
She was a fairy.
What we like to call the try not to get burned challenge. Do you have anything funny to say?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Sunday Night Football's on. It's assembly time. Got my toasted roll. Look who's saying hi. It's my dad. Okay. This is chunky. Enough to go around, perhaps? Not Bo Nick's getting feisty. So aesthetic. Yo, I'm not late. Bougie. Disregard Mike Tomlin in the background. It's really crispy. Oh! Taste test! We're making a post-gym protein smoothie. I don't really like protein powder because most tastes like chalk, so not that turning on when I plugged it in. This is my solution to getting some protein in. It tastes so good. I've been drinking these since my skating competition days. 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna wash this because it kind of smells a little ratchet. Hey, now that we have an actually clean blender that doesn't smell weird, we're going to take 1 frozen banana, a handful of strawberries, and some collagen powder. Make sure you smell test it so that it doesn't smell weird. Put a scoop of that in and then put in 1 whole bottle of core power. Usually I do half, but since I made some for me and my mom, I used the whole thing, and then a couple handfuls of ice. It tastes phenomenal. And this is coming from someone who doesn't really like smoothies that much. Well, y'all, it looks like it's time for me to take my apron off because this video has sadly come to a close. I just quickly wanted to show you this. My aunt gave me for Christmas one year, and it is just so darling and cute and classic. You see all these beautiful little flowers on it. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, despite the fact that I'm a klutz and I spilled a couple things. I hope it wasn't too chaotic. Although I'm pretty sure one of the recipes was. Anywho, hope you enjoyed this video. Go Celtics, NBA champs. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Happy eating and cooking. Remember, you don't just have to survive off cup of noodles. You can learn how to do it yourself. That's more of a comment toward all the boys in my grade. Anyway.